Hello, water signs. It's Lulu, and today, or late 30, I'm about to do your Mudra. Okay? Now then, thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and comments. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you. All right. Any information that you need is in the description box. The 90-day journey to mindfulness is available on Amazon, as well as my website. Okay, and that information is down below. Those are the only two places that it's available. You already have one card that popped out, but let's get you another one. Okay, because why not? I can't act up, so whatever. Now it's late. What information do you have for my beautiful water signs? Some of y'all must have heavy Virgo placements, because I was about to say Virgo. Inner guidance, okay? One at a time. Thank you. Self-trust. Something is coming together for you, okay? And what you're going to need to do is pay attention to your thoughts at this time. Yeah. Okay, because of like negative thought forms or it's like you're realizing what are your thoughts and what are not, what are higher thoughts and what are not, what are higher energies and what are not, right? What are, okay, because you may have been second guessing yourself about things that you didn't have a lot of information for, right? You needed more information. You need to gather more information before you can make a decision. What I'm seeing here is that, so if it's this way, it's the left, right? Okay. So what I'm seeing here is that you've already cleared out a lot of energies that have to do with your creative side. You've cleared out a lot of energies that have to do with maybe you cleared out there was some confrontation with your mother or some female, the matriarch of your family, or someone who is trying to play that role, who is actually has the Jezebel spirit. I don't know why that's been coming up a lot, okay? But we do need to talk about that. We got a lot we need to talk about. But overall, there are some things that need to be cleared out from your masculine side, your actual masculine side, because this is a 23. So the 2 moves into the 3, creating a 5, right? Which is going to be massive change, and it may be uncomfortable because you make a decision that you've been holding off from. You make a decision that is best for you and those around you, or the best decision in the space that you are in, right? You've been holding back. You've been trying not to do certain things. I also feel like this may have to do with 3 people, and there may be 2 people that you already made a decision about, or they are in agreement with you, and now it's like we need to present this to them, but we need to clear out that masculine energy, right? Or maybe you need to get men to understand, or men in on it, right? Maybe your family is ruled by the women, and the few men that are in the family don't have much of a say. So now it's time to, collaborate. This is going to be a huge change for your home life, or maybe even your work environment. There may even be that the women are getting together at work to file some kind of class action lawsuit. And you don't know if you want to be in it or not. This could possibly affect your future. This could be huge, and it could possibly affect future employment options that you may have, that may be available to you. But overall, when it comes to you as a person and clearing out the debris, there's debris here. I always see debris. There's not a lot of debris here. It's gone. It's done. It's over. You know what I mean? But there's some debris here, and I feel as though it's wide open. You're in a space where you are very, very receptive, which is good. You're very receptive to the information that is coming in on how you should move forward, what needs to be cleared from your life, what needs to be done, what needs to be researched, what needs your attention when it comes to you being opening your heart right? And being more compassionate with yourself and others, right? Releasing judgments of yourself and others, right? So letting people be where they are and knowing that you are where you are, right? By design. Okay? Now, this is bridging the gap. Okay, I also feel the way that these fingers are intertwined, that there may be some leveling of sorts. That's interesting. There may be some type of leveling off that has to do with how you see things, right? You may have been in this space where your mind had been racing, like, right? There may have been like a lot of things coming in. You don't know what is what, who is who, and if you're coming or going, right? And there may be a lot of people depending on you, or a lot of people looking at you for answers, or a lot of people waiting for you to make a move. And it's like it's coming together for you, but it's a slow process, because with bridging this gap between what is true and honest and what is a farce, a facade, not of your true, whole, separate, and unique being, it's about to make sense, right? I also feel you may be eating a lot more seafood for some reason. It's like, why am I craving seafood? Look up the spiritual meaning of the seafood that you are craving and see what that connects to and connects to and connects to. This is going to help you trust yourself more. So now we move into the inner guidance, okay? And this is a 2 moving into a 4. So this is a 5, right? And this is that 5 with that self-trust also. Whatever decision that you make for the collective, for the collective force of the environment that you are in, that this has to do with, right? Could be your family, your kids. It's going to open up the door to other questions. It's going to open up the door to other things that you had not pondered in the past. And what's going to happen is that a lot of change is going to be happening. It's going to be happening rapidly. This is rapid change. But now you're in a space of clarity so that you'll be able to make decisions quickly, right? Because the water signs have moved in these past few months into being very much so more logical, right? So than usual. You're not in the space of your dominant, your sun sign, right? When it comes to business, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to how you see yourself in the world, what you will and will not put up with your boundaries or what have you. So this inner guidance comes in, which makes sense with what we just discussed. This is a 24, right? So that turns into a 6. There's that balance and that harmony. There's that meeting of the minds. There's that stability. There's that stabilizing force. These are both heart cards. This has a lot to do with higher living, loving, being, speaking, acting, who, on a higher level. Because the heart makes all the more difference with our communication. The heart makes all the more diction. The heart makes all the more difference when it comes to how, why, what, when we put our best foot forward. Our best foot is our higher foot. Okay, don't trip, bitch. All right, that's the first one tonight. I ain't gonna do it no more. Try not to. This is a lot of a meditative state that you'll be going into because of the way that these hands are. This reminds me of when you go into a space of this place. I know that when I go in that space, I do a lot of this when I'm thinking. I also I see. I do a lot of I see, and I do a lot of so. Okay, that's what the inner guidance has a lot to do with. This is you connecting even more so with the depths of your soul. What is it that you came here to do? How does that feel when you are in alignment with what you came here to do, and how you do it, and why you do it, and when you do it? And you see, this may even be that when you the way that you walk may change. You may feel yourself floating a little bit, so I need you to get very, very grounded. You may move into, of course, eating a lot more greens, but overall, the chlorophyll is going to be very important for you at this time. Please consult with a doctor or a nutritionist. Thank you. Let's get to clarifying. What information do you have for my beautiful water signs? The Two of Pentacles in reverse. Exactly. Makes so much sense now, doesn't it? The Two of Pentacles in reverse is that you are overcommitted to something and you have to take a step back because you're not trusting yourself. You said yes possibly to some things that you shouldn't say yes to. You gave too much to people who you probably shouldn't have gave so much to because you weren't trusting yourself. You didn't use your discernment. You allowed your ego to flow. You allowed that side of you that wants to help and wants to nurture, and forgetting that, wait a minute, is your cup full? This is disorganization. Right? Of course, your thoughts may have been disorganized. The way that you are may have been disorganized. You may have been eating unhealthy, drinking things that brought you into a space where you couldn't think straight, right? Maybe even you had some confusing or conflicting dreams as well. This is a need to reprioritize with that self-trust. And you're going to do that. They just verified what we talked about. What information do you have for my beautifuls? The Eight of Pentacles in reverse with this self-trust. This is a wasting away. This is unguided talents, unguided information, unguided results, right? If that makes sense. I hope it does. Misdirected activity. Because what? Because you weren't trusting yourself. You may have allowed someone or a situation to lead you astray. It's always important that you keep your foot on a pivot when it comes to the decisions that you are making, the way that you are in this world. In an instant, you can make a decision that changes your life forever. In an instant, you can make a decision or say yes to some energy that is not of your highest good or others, because they always sitting and waiting and sitting for you to do something that is not in alignment with the direction that you are going, right? To take you, take you off your square. Clarify this inner guidance. Clarify this inner guidance. Yeah. See, this inner guidance is going to teach you about your emotions even more so. So some of you maybe, I don't feel like it's shadow work. I feel like I'm whispering. I think I like it. I think it's cute. This is the King of Cups in reverse, okay? You are being like this, aside from this being, this possibly being someone outside of you, we're talking about you, okay? So this may have a lot to do with you realizing when your moods shift. You're realizing when your thoughts shift and what thought is yours, right? You're realizing if someone tries to penetrate your energy, you're realizing certain things that like, wait a minute, I was doing good right there, and then all of a sudden I feel like this. Like, no, you're realizing you're getting in tune with your star player. There you go. No. See, that's the star player, but that's the star player. Okay? Perispirit. Okay? You may have even noticed, you're beginning to notice that wisdom, that innate ability to see who they are and who isn't, who is good for you and who isn't, who, what, when, where, and how, all of those, okay? My favorites. You are realizing when you are emotionally manipulative, right? And there's so many levels of that. But you're realizing certain things, emotional manipulation that may have come from the father's side, emotional manipulation that is coming from someone, and now you're realizing that you were right all along. If you trusted yourself in the beginning, you would have been able to possibly derail being in tune with a heartless, undiplomatic person. Or maybe this is you, and now you're realizing, like, wait a minute, I really tripped out right there. I'm really tired of my own shit. It happens, y'all know that. Now, what information do you have for this King of Cups in reverse? Yeah, Page of Swords in reverse. And all of these cards are not in reverse, okay? Whatever. This has a lot to do with self-denial. You may have even been denying yourself of things that were good for you to take care of, or to help, or sacrificing things that you weren't supposed to. Did nobody tell you to do that? Who told you to do that? Who said that was the best decision for everyone involved because it helped one person, when in actuality that you probably tried to step in and tried to stop them from going through something that they were supposed to go through? Okay. This has a lot to do with missing out on opportunities because you have this big idea, but no, you didn't take action. Okay. This has a lot to do with acting in haste, right? So you want to be mindful of that. Let's see here. What information do you have for my beautiful water signs? Yeah, Five of Swords. There may have been some type of conflict or disagreements again with you and a few people. I feel like it's 5 people. 5. Either way. This is just disagreements, right? Someone trying to get the upper hand. Someone working and moving and grooving in their lower self, right? They're allowing the wrong level of energies to use them. They're allowing themselves to operate from the parts of the ego that are not healthy, okay? But this could also be that you were in conflict with yourself. You were in conflict with the information that was coming through, and now you were agreeing to disagree where you should have been either disagreeing or agreeing and standing 10 on it. Okay, this has a lot to do with competition. Someone trying to win at all costs, and now they see that winning at all costs is really a huge loss. Learning how to take your L's, right? Because L's aren't really L's; they really W's. Because you learn something, and then you learn, you grow, and you go, right? You learn, you grow, you glow, you go. You learn, you grow, you go, you glow. Thank you. Now then, let's see here. What information do you have for my beautiful Cancers when it comes to self-trust? Watch the new moon reading that I did on this night. Same outfit. Go with the flow, don't try to force the river. This is you relaxing in your process and allowing yourself to be guided by your inner guidance. This is also needing some type of break, possibly. Some of you may need to take a spiritual bath. Go ahead and do some cleansing. Do some spring cleaning, right? Do a little feng shui or what have you. Whatever you are guided to here. Clarify these cards for my beautifuls. Yeah, you're maturing. This is spiritual maturity. This is seeing all the beauty in life and knowing that there are... but even with our ups and downs and the ebb and flow of life, the tide, financial, spiritual, physical, these things are momentary, happen momentarily or only for a moment. You're in a space here where the growth that you have here, you are really, that light bulb is going off for you. And when this light bulb goes off, there's no going back. You will do yourself and all of us a disservice if you go back once the light bulb goes off. There may be some opposition. There may be some people who disagree with your decisions, okay? But you can't please all the people, okay? Please clarify these beautiful green cards. You may even need to ground as well, because you may have been so caught up in all of the not allowing yourself to sit with and observe and analyze things in a healthy way, right? So you may not have been fully grounded, or maybe you were too grounded and you weren't connecting. You see, you were more grounded, more practical than spiritual. Balance the practical and the spiritual, so that you'll be able to make decisions here in this flesh suit. They gave me this one. I'll be working with Chad. What information do you have for these beautiful water signs, honey? Consciousness. Yes, you are now in a space where you are seeing things clearly. What I get here is that many of you may decide to do some Akashic records work. You may even decide to sit in your sacred space and connect to the higher levels of consciousness, right? That goes back to that Akashic records I was talking about. Like, I really feel like that may be something that you will be doing or have done, or Overall, it's like you absorbing what needs to be absorbed. You seeing what needs to be seen in a different way. Yep, awareness. With this awareness, though, I feel like this is you becoming more self-aware, okay? Which isn't always easy, okay? When you have certain conversations, you're going to realize how self-aware you are and possibly how self-aware others aren't. So that goes back to we can meet people only as far as they have met themselves, right? And so this has a lot to do with, will you continue on with certain people? Will you continue on with certain conversations? Maybe an ongoing conversation, and it's time to just make a decision, follow that inner guidance, and realize what's truly happening, right? Because you're breaking out of this space of despair. You're breaking out of this space possibly of frivolity, breaking free and breaking out and coming out very. If you have a mole here, this has a lot to do with your appearance. Maybe you are in a space where you feel like you were feeling like you needed to do certain things to fit in, but now that you are mature and you are welcoming the maturity, okay, baby, when you know what you know, when that beauty reflects from the inside out, I have been running into some very beautiful spirits. These people are glowing from the inside out. It is so beautiful. Okay, let me leave it alone. But yeah, you can also look up the meaning of that mole placement as well. What do you have for these beautiful water signs, honey? It's raining. I have the door wide open. I can hear the trees moving and stuff. It's time. Now you are on your way. You're well on your way, but it's on you with this new level of awareness, with the way that you see things now. Will you take the leap? Will you take this leap of faith that is going to take you into a whole new stratosphere of being? Okay? This is beautiful. Think about all the possibilities. This is a coming together. This is like two of wands. Things are slowly, you get that spark of inspiration, that creative spark, that new vigor or vitality, or that new charge, right? That new, it may be an emotional charge, right? Intellectual charge. Overall, this is a spiritual charge. And it's coming together for you. So now you have a choice of the direction that you wish to go. I feel like you're leaping through the wands, the two of wands. You're leaping, flying, soaring, right? This is having an eagle's eye perspective, you see. This eagle can see this he's looking and he can see this here. You, with your inner guidance and trusting yourself, now things are being verified, clarified, validated quicker, confirmed even quicker than what they used to be for you, you see. All right, so this is self-trust, and this assists with enthusiasm, trust, and confidence. It supports your respiratory system, which makes a lot of sense now, doesn't it? Releases tightness in the chest. Y'all. Ooh, that's the second one. See, I did good. That's just two. Okay. It energizes and cultivates enthusiasm and self-confidence. It helps with depression. Spiritual depression, or whatever it is here, okay? And I'm not trying to make light of depression, okay? I'm not a therapist. But when it comes to what we work on here at the House of Oshun, when you do go into those depressing, D-pressing, right? When it comes up, right, it boils over, spills over into your life, and now you have to deal with it. What happens is you realize the effect of your thoughts, your emotions, things that you thought mattered that don't really matter. That's human shit. It's all about matter. That's it. You thought it mattered, and it's really just part of matter. 3D. All right. So you hold your hands like this, right? And you extend your thumbs and index fingers upward, like in this photo, this illustration. And you hold your hands in front of your heart and chest with your elbows relaxed downward. And your affirmation is unshakable confidence guides my journey forward. Unshakable confidence guides my journey forward. I got glitter everywhere. I really like it. This is inner guidance, and it assists with insight, self-compassion, safety. Okay? Be safe and know that you are safe in the arms of the divine with your guide, your spirit team of the highest order. Okay? Not just know anybody. Okay? This releases tension in the chest and ribs. Assists the immune system. Love it. Cultivates trust and inner knowledge. Supports your heart and respiratory system. Makes so much sense, right? That flow of that heart energy, that flow of the respiratory system, the clearing of the way that you communicate with yourself and your guides and people in your tribe, right? Oh, my bad. Now you hold your hands like this and relax your shoulders and lengthen your spine. Your affirmation is, I listen openly and honor the voice of my heart. I listen openly and honor the voice of my heart. Do you? Do you? Do your own research. Always trust yourself. Trust no man. Trust yourself. Trust God. You hear me? All right, let's pull you one more card and we're going to roll out. What information do you have for my beautiful water signs? Give me one card for the Cancers who are watching. That which challenges me greatly rewards me immensely. That goes with that leveling up and clearing the path. This is clearing a path so that your emotions, the way that you feel is free-flowing, but you are in all-knowing, okay? What do you have for my Pisces? Sometimes the wheel is up, sometimes the wheel is down, but it always spins back around. I really like it. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. But one thing about it, it's going to spin around. Yeah. You win some, you lose some, but you live. You live to fight another day. Rest in peace, John Witherspoon. Scorpio, please. Give Scorpio one card, please. I've got a cup to fill and a garden to till. A cup to fill and a garden to till. A cup to fill and a garden to till. Scorpio, come on, baby. So you can't be given what is necessary for you to grow. The flower is given to the cup. You hear me? You can't give what is necessary for you to grow. Tilling your garden in this space has a lot to do with what do you want to produce in the future. What do you want to see blossom in the future? What color is it? What does it look like? What does it smell like? What kind of soil? What type of fertilizer is going to be needed for you to continue to cultivate whatever this is, okay? All right. If you made it this far, okay, put a emoji, the clapping hand emoji down below, okay? Because I applaud you. Applaud yourself. That's you patting yourself on the back. That's it. All right. Stay in tune, okay? I love y'all, and I'm out of here. Bye.